The violence followed 36 hours of tension, much of it seemingly stoked by Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters. Police said some attacked a local taxi driver on Wednesday, damaging his vehicle, as well as ripping down and burning Palestinian flags. Yesterday, in the build-up to their match against Ajax, minor confrontations in Amsterdam's main square, then racist anti-Arab chants as they made their way to the stadium.
The scenes in Amsterdam, awful.
Now, reports that the violence, in fact, started the night before by the Israeli fans, that they say started attack. That was also according to an Amsterdam City Council member who told Al Jazeera earlier that they were attacking houses with Palestinian flags. But what is Israel saying on this, and how is it being reported in Israel?
Israel reported as an antisemitic attack on Israelis only because they are Israelis, only because they are Jews, that all the anti-Muslim propaganda in Israel is now running very high, that Europe is being taken over by Muslims and this kind of things.
Are Western governments too scared, perhaps, to say otherwise for fear of also being accused of anti-Semitic? And does this incident give him an opportunity to further that narrative globally?
Yes, certainly. An event like that strengthened this narrative in the Israeli press and by Netanyahu and his followers, but not only Netanyahu, even the more center Israelis.
Yet the narrative stateside and in England felt off.
Maccabi's fan base has a history of racism. Fans filmed here beating a pro-Palestinian activist in March in Athens. For some, reason to push back on the narrative that anti-Semitism alone was at work last night.
After all, we have a story with Maccabi Tel Aviv fans.
Israel's prime minister monitoring the latest and invoking a dark past.
Tomorrow, 86 years ago, was Kristallnacht, an attack on Jews just for being Jews on European soil. It's back now. Yesterday, we saw it on the streets of Amsterdam.
And as always, like clockwork, this man will weaponize my Jewish faith. Shame on him. Instead of condemning the fans who played a pivotal role in the violence and in turn are shown burning the flag of the Netherlands and Palestine, let's start here.
Maccabi supporters wordt op het rokin een vlag van de gevel gehaald en ze vernielen een taxi. Op de Dam wordt de Palestijnse vlag in brand gestoken.
Police Chief Peter Halle spoke with the media. PBS would even go on to report video from the night before the match would show Israeli soccer fans cheering as someone tore down a Palestinian flag. He even said Maccabi fans, as in Halle, attacked a cab driver and burned the Palestinian flag before the game. They chanted F the Arabs as well. Journalist Ryan Grimm tweeted above a video of Maccabi supporters chanting F the Arabs the following: "The level of dehumanization required for the Western media to completely ignore this bigoted and deliberate incitement in Amsterdam is off the charts." He'd also add, they also sang, there are no schools in Gaza because there are no children left. If Tel Aviv had been flattened and 20,000 children killed and an Arab crowd rampaged through Amsterdam celebrating that, I don't think we'd all ignore it like this. The Guardian has more. After a radio call-out, a number of taxi drivers converged on a casino, and where about 400 Israeli supporters were there at that present time and had gathered, police dispersed the taxi drivers and escorted supporters out of the casino. More verified social media verified social media videos showed Maccabi fans setting off flares and fireworks, chanting in Hebrew, "Ole, ole, let the IDF win. We will F the Arabs." Another chant from Israeli fans, "Why is there no school in Gaza? There are no children left there." A Maccabi fan also unfurled a Donald Trump "Make America Great Again" flag in Amsterdam. So that's pretty interesting, isn't it? There was also this video that has been widely misinterpreted. Western media has claimed these are Dutch fans attacking Maccabi fans, when the photographer has clarified it is the other way around. During the match, a moment of silence was to be held for victims of the floods in Valencia, Spain. Maccabi fans whistled through it, ticking off many. Clashes would take place, some on e-bikes and scooters, and they would chase Maccabi fans in retaliation. Some of those Israeli fans would claim the scooter youth demanded to see passports and attack them. Some 62 people were arrested. Overall, let's just be clear, the scenes were incredibly ugly.
Maccabi hooligans were walking around in our city. They were armed, and they were attacking people from Amsterdam, mostly people that looked like Arabs or Muslims, or people that were wearing Palestinian symbols. And they were tearing down flags from houses, Palestinian flags from houses.
Even with reports of Maccabi fans setting off those fireworks, chanting the anti-Arab slogans that we have gone over, and taking iron scaffolding tubes and wooden planks from a building site to use as weapons, plus using their belts as weapons, many came out in defense of the fans, including the President of the United States, Joe Biden, who tweeted his support and called the attacks anti-Semitic. Now, I want to be very clear about something. I think I'm in a rather unique position to speak on this, because we have covered soccer hooliganism from Manchester, England, London, England, all the way to Glasgow, Scotland, all the way to New York City, all the way to Turkey, all the way to Peru, all the way to Amsterdam. And just so we're very clear about this, there is a plethora of fine literature that you could read if you wanted to and had any interest in soccer hooliganism, the ultras, as they called themselves, the political nature of their movements, as we have gone over with the Celtic Rangers rivalry. Could do an entire clip on that one. Lazio and how they favor fascists. Could do another clip on that one as well, and many more, and how they give weight and power to certain regimes. It is all there. So to be very clear, just because they are from Israel, it does not mean they are immune from criticisms of their hooliganism. This point is completely missed over and over again with Western media. This is such an important distinction, especially right now, because it was all over the air over the weekend. The antics of hooligans are a plague to the beautiful game, no matter the team's origins. This is what they do. We have seen clashes in the Champions League with hooliganism. You don't see it being front page news. We have seen clashes in the Europa League. We have seen clashes in different countries. And yet the main thing is the Western media continues to take the bait. And they say it's anti-Semitic. I'm sorry. If we know about hooliganism and this sport and that intersection, then you would know that that's a farce. Billy Hazley of Defector would write, although that summarizes the fuller picture, nearly every media story in the Western world frames the matter as an unprovoked and anti-Semitic attack on soccer fans who are just minding their business. In most of the articles you will read, you got to scroll past a lot of paragraphs of vague but forceful accusations of it and quotes from horrified elected officials, the mayor of Amsterdam, the PM and king of the Netherlands, PM of Israel, Prez of the US, before you even get a sense of what happened prior to. And that's not even including the cynics and hysterics about a pogrom, which I have seen over and over again. More from Hazley. This is nothing new. Concepts like the directionality of time, casualty, proportion, and accountability often suddenly become fuzzy when the word Israel is introduced. The supposed leading lights of journalism report on unattributed bombs that are passively dropped on Gaza's hospitals and apartment buildings, killing tens of thousands of innocents who are then described as T-words by dint of their ethnicity. It's a bit ridiculous to see this well-established bias applied to a group of overconfident JAs who went looking for a fight and found one. But the ridicule shouldn't obscure the darker reality here. In his last paragraph, he would write, to that end, Palestinian reporter Younes Terrorize posted a video that appears to show IDF soldiers launching a rocket into the distance in Gaza as spectators cheer the explosion. Overlaid on the video in Hebrew read the following message: "We dedicate this explosion to all the fans of Maccabi Tel Aviv. We'll get to all of you, you sons of bees." If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.